Welcome, dear friends, to the Swiss Alps, a magical place where nature is not just a background, but a living, breathing part of daily life. Imagine waking up every morning surrounded by giant mountains that touch the sky, their white snow sparkling like diamonds in the sunlight. Here the air is so fresh and pure, it feels like you are breathing in life itself. You don't just live in the Swiss Alps. You live with the mountains, the trees, the rivers, and the animals. It's like being part of a great story that nature writes every day. The villages here are small and quiet, resting peacefully in the arms of the mountains. Wooden chalets with flower-filled balconies, winding stone paths, and peaceful farms blend gently into the landscape. The people who live here know the mountain's secrets. They wake up early, greeted by birdsong and the soft rustle of leaves. The Swiss Alps are a place where the world slows down. No loud noises of city traffic, just the soft sounds of wind through the trees, the distant bells of cows, and the splash of a river over stones. This is a place of calm, where your heart can rest and your mind can find quiet. Here, nature is a friend, a teacher, and a healer. It shows us how to live simply, to breathe deeply, and to see beauty in every leaf, every stone, and every ray of sunlight. Whether you come here for adventure or for peace, the Swiss Alps welcome you with open arms and endless wonder. Surrounding these villages, the land is like a great green carpet, soft, rich, and alive with color. The meadows stretch as far as the eye can see, covered in grass so green it almost glows. In spring and summer, these fields are filled with wildflowers, like a natural painting created by the earth itself. Look closely, and you'll see delicate blossoms in every color: yellows, reds, purples, and whites, each one shining in the sunlight. Bees fly busily between the flowers, their tiny bodies covered in pollen. They work quietly, helping plants grow and making the sweet honey that the villagers love. Walking through these meadows is like stepping into a soft, fragrant world. The grass is cool under your feet, the air filled with the scent of fresh earth and wild herbs. The gentle breeze carries the songs of birds and the faint ringing of cowbells from nearby farms. The forests here are a different kind of beauty. Tall pine and fir trees stand like silent giants, their branches reaching high toward the sky. The woods are cool and calm, with soft shadows and the gentle rustling of leaves. Walking among these trees, you feel a deep peace, as if the forest is holding you safe in its arms. The animals that live here are part of this green world. Cows graze slowly, chewing fresh grass and wildflowers. Their milk tastes pure and rich, filled with the flavors of the herbs and plants they eat every day. The villagers use this milk to make famous Swiss cheese and butter, foods that carry the taste of the mountains and the care of those who live here. This green world is not just beautiful, it is alive and full of energy. It gives life to the people, animals, and plants, and teaches us to live gently and respectfully with the earth. Life in the Swiss Alpine villages moves with a gentle, steady rhythm, like the slow, calm flow of a mountain river. There is no rush here, no hurry to finish or compete. Instead, every day is a quiet celebration of simple things. People rise early with the sun and begin their day surrounded by nature's beauty. Farmers step outside to greet the fresh morning air, their hands strong from working the land. They tend to cows, goats, and sheep, caring for them as family members. The animals roam freely in clean pastures, eating the fresh green grass and wild herbs that grow naturally. Children play happily outside, their laughter blending with bird song and the soft ringing of cowbells. They run barefoot in the grass, climb trees, and explore the forest with curious eyes. In these villages, the world is their playground, full of wonders and safe spaces. The village itself is small, with wooden chalets built to last through snowy winters. Smoke curls gently from stone chimneys, carrying the scent of burning wood. The people gather in cozy kitchens, sharing warm meals made from fresh local ingredients. Evenings are calm and peaceful. Families sit together, talking softly or enjoying music. The sky darkens slowly, stars appear, and the mountains stand watch silently. This slow, gentle rhythm helps people feel connected to each other, to the land, and to a life that moves at the pace of nature itself. Here, time is not measured by clocks, but by the rising and setting of the sun, the changing of the seasons, and the soft breathing of the earth. In the Swiss Alps, peace and quiet are not just ideas, they are real treasures. For many people, this silence is the greatest luxury. Imagine standing on a mountain peak early in the morning. The world is still. No cars, no machines, no city noise. Just the soft whisper of the wind and the distant call of a bird. The air is crisp and clean. This silence invites you to slow down, to listen, not just to the sounds around you, but to your own thoughts and feelings. It is a place where your mind can rest, where worries melt away and your heart finds calm. The quiet helps people connect deeply with themselves and with nature. It is a time for reflection, for breathing deeply, and for simply being. At night, when the stars shine brightly over snowy peaks, the silence feels even more powerful. You can hear your own breath, the crunch of snow underfoot, and the soft sigh of the earth sleeping beneath the snow. In a world full of noise and hurry, this peace is a gift, a chance to find balance, healing, and true happiness. The mountains change beautifully with every season, like a living painting that never stays the same. Each season brings its own colors, sounds, and feelings, a symphony of nature's rhythms. Spring arrives slowly, melting snow into rushing streams. The earth wakes up, and flowers bloom in bright colors. The air smells fresh and sweet. Birds sing happy songs, and new life begins all around. Summer is warm and full of life. The meadows burst with wildflowers, and cows graze peacefully. People enjoy long days outside, hiking, swimming in lakes, or simply sitting in the sun. Autumn paints the forests in fiery reds, oranges, and golds. Leaves fall gently to the ground, and the air turns crisp and cool. Villagers harvest crops, prepare for winter, and celebrate the beauty of the harvest season. Winter covers the mountains in thick snow, turning the world into a quiet, white wonderland. Villages glow with warm lights. Smoke curls from chimneys, and people enjoy cozy fires and hot drinks. The snow invites fun, skiing, sledding, and quiet walks in sparkling forests. Each season is special, teaching us to appreciate the endless changes of life and the gifts of nature's cycles. The people of the Swiss Alpine villages live in deep harmony with nature. They understand that the mountains are not just a place to live, they are a home to respect and protect. Farming here is gentle and careful. Farmers use traditional methods that protect the land and keep the soil healthy. They avoid harsh chemicals, letting the earth breathe and grow naturally. Children learn from a young age to love the land. They plant trees, help care for animals, and learn about the plants and animals around them. Villagers use natural herbs for medicine and cooking, gathering them respectfully from the forests and meadows. Many villages use clean energy like solar power, making sure their homes stay warm and bright without harming the earth. Rivers run clear and clean, full of life. People swim in these waters and fish carefully, always mindful of the delicate balance of the mountain ecosystem. Living in harmony with nature is not just a choice here, it is a way of life. It brings joy, health, and peace to everyone. In the heart of the Swiss Alps lie crystal clear lakes that look like mirrors to the sky. These lakes are pure and clean, fed by melting snow and fresh mountain springs. The water is so clear that you can see colorful fish swimming beneath the surface, and sometimes the lake bed covered in smooth stones. The air around these lakes smells fresh, with a soft scent of pine and earth. Villagers come to these lakes to relax, to swim in the cool water during summer, or just to sit by the shore and watch the quiet beauty. Fishermen quietly cast their lines, hoping to catch fresh trout for dinner. The lakes are sacred places, quiet, peaceful, and full of life. They remind us how precious clean water is and how nature provides for us with kindness and grace. Rugged mountains, nature paints a beautiful picture with colors and life. Alpine gardens and wildflower meadows bloom with bright colors that brighten the green hills. Delicate flowers like the edelweiss, a symbol of the Alps, grow in rocky places, their soft white petals standing out like stars. Bright blue gentians and pink alpine roses add bursts of color that attract bees and butterflies. Villagers love flowers. They plant gardens with care, growing herbs and flowers to decorate their homes and bring joy to everyday life. The flowers are not just pretty, they help keep the air fresh and the soil healthy. Walking through these gardens, breathing in the sweet scents, you feel connected to the earth and all its small wonders. The flowers teach us that beauty can grow anywhere, even in the harshest places. The air in the Swiss Alps is like medicine, pure, fresh, and full of life. Breathing this clean mountain air fills the lungs with energy and calms the mind. Scientists say that the high altitude and clean air help people stay healthy and strong. But even without science, people here know the healing power of nature. A deep breath of alpine air refreshes the spirit and brings peace. The mountain springs provide crystal clear water that is fresh and cool. Drinking this water feels like drinking the mountain itself, pure, alive, and renewing. Many people come to the Alps to heal and rest, to breathe deeply and listen to the quiet. The fresh air clears worries, the clean water refreshes the body, and the peaceful surroundings heal the heart. Food in the Swiss Alps is simple but full of life. People grow fresh vegetables in small gardens, pick wild herbs, and gather honey made by mountain bees. Meals are made with love, using fresh ingredients from the land and animals around them. Bread is baked in wood ovens, warm and fragrant. Cheese and butter come fresh from the morning's milk. Eating together is a special time. Families and friends gather around tables to share food, stories, and laughter. The food tastes different here, richer, fresher, and more alive because it comes from the heart of the mountains. Every bite connects people to the land, to the animals, and to each other. It is food that nourishes the body and warms the soul. The Swiss Alps are filled with gentle sounds that bring calm and comfort. The soft ringing of cowbells echoes through the valleys, a familiar and soothing melody for villagers. Birds greet the morning with their sweet songs, filling the air with natural music. The wind whispers through the tall pine trees, creating a peaceful rustle that soothes the heart. Nearby mountain streams bubble and flow over smooth stones, singing their endless song as they travel to the lakes and rivers below. These sounds remind people to slow down and listen to the world around them. In the quiet of the mountains, every small sound is a gift, a reminder of life, peace, and harmony. When night falls on the Swiss Alps, a magical silence spreads over the land. Without city lights, the sky becomes a vast ocean of stars, shining brightly clearer than anywhere else. Villagers step outside to watch the stars, feeling small and connected to the great universe. The Milky Way stretches across the sky like a silver river, and shooting stars sometimes streak through the darkness. The night is peaceful and deep. Snow covers the ground softly, and warm lights glow from the windows of wooden houses. The air is cold but fresh, and the only sounds are the whisper of the wind and the occasional call of a night bird. Living close to the stars reminds people of the simple beauty of life. The earth below, the sky above, and the quiet moments in between. It is a time to dream, to rest, and to be grateful for the gifts of the mountain home. Life in the Alps moves with the rhythm of the seasons, each bringing its own magic and beauty. Spring awakens the land with colorful flowers, fresh green grass, and the songs of returning birds. It is a time of new beginnings and hope. Summer covers the mountains in deep green meadows where cows graze peacefully under the warm sun. Villagers work in their gardens and enjoy long days outdoors. Autumn dresses the forest in gold and red, as leaves fall gently to the ground. It is a quiet, reflective time, preparing the earth for rest. Winter turns the Alps into a white wonderland. Snow blankets the villages and forests, and the air is crisp and cold. People gather around fires, sharing stories and warmth. Each season changes the face of the Alps, showing how nature lives and breathes with the passing of time. In Swiss Alpine villages, respect for nature is part of daily life. People understand that they are guests in the mountains and take care to protect the land and its creatures. Fields are tended with care, avoiding chemicals that might harm the soil and water. Trees are planted to keep the forest strong and healthy for future generations. Trails are kept clean, and signs remind visitors to leave no trace. Hunting is controlled and done only when needed, always with respect for the balance of nature. This respect comes from a deep love of the mountains, a wish to keep their beauty and peace forever. It teaches us that living with nature means caring for it gently and wisely. Morning in the Alps often begins with a magical mist that wraps the mountains like a soft blanket. The fog hides the world, making it feel mysterious and new. Slowly the sun rises, sending golden rays that melt the mist and light up the valleys. Dew sparkles on grass and leaves like tiny jewels. Villagers start their day with the fresh air and peaceful light, feeling the calm and hope that each morning brings. This daily miracle reminds us to welcome new beginnings with open hearts and to find beauty even in quiet, simple moments. One of the most special treasures of life in the Swiss Alps is the fresh milk from mountain cows. This milk tastes different from anything you find in cities or supermarkets. It is rich, creamy, and full of the flavors of fresh grass and wildflowers. Cows here are not just animals, they are part of the family. They roam freely in open meadows, eating natural plants that grow wild in the mountains. This natural diet gives their milk a special taste that is fresh, pure, and healthy. Farmers take great care in milking their cows by hand or with gentle machines, making sure the milk stays clean and fresh. The milk is then used to make delicious Swiss cheeses, like Emmental and Gruyere, known all over the world. Cheese making is an ancient tradition here, passed down through generations. It is an art, and every cheese wheel tells the story of the mountain, the animals, and the people who made it. The cool mountain air helps the cheese age slowly, developing its rich, nutty flavors. Villagers often gather around warm tables to share melted cheese fondue, dipping fresh bread into creamy cheese that melts smoothly in the mouth. These moments are full of joy, warmth, and friendship. Fresh milk and cheese are more than food here. They are a symbol of the connection between nature and people, a daily gift from the mountains that nourishes body and soul. The Swiss Alps are home to many wonderful animals who live freely in forests, meadows, and rocky cliffs. These animals are friends to the people who live here, part of the great mountain family. One of the most charming creatures is the Alpine marmot, a small, furry animal that lives in burrows among the rocks. Marmots come out in the morning to sunbathe and whistle softly to each other, their sounds echoing across the valleys. Deer and chamois, wild goats with strong legs, roam the hillsides, moving gracefully among trees and stones. Sometimes you can see eagles soaring high above, their wide wings cutting through the sky like kings of the mountains. Even tiny bees are important here. They buzz busily from flower to flower, helping plants grow and making honey that tastes like sunshine and wildflowers. People who live in the villages respect these animals deeply. They understand the delicate balance of nature and protect these mountain friends. Seeing animals in their natural home brings joy and wonder, reminding us of the beauty and mystery of the wild world. Swiss Alpine villages show us something very important: how to live well with nature, how to find peace inside ourselves, and how to cherish the simple joys of life. Here, people breathe fresh air, drink fresh milk, and live surrounded by green meadows and tall mountains. They move with the gentle rhythm of nature, finding calm and happiness in quiet moments. They teach us to slow down, to listen, and to appreciate the gifts around us. The songs of birds, the taste of fresh cheese, the warmth of the sun, and the beauty of a quiet valley. No matter where we come from, we can learn from these mountain homes. We can open our hearts to nature's wisdom, find peace in the simple things, and live with kindness and respect. Thank you for joining this journey to the heart of the Swiss Alps. May the mountain's beauty and peace stay with you always. Alpine villages, animals are part of the family and the landscape. Cows and goats roam freely in meadows, giving fresh milk that is made into cheese and butter. Dogs are loyal companions, running and playing with children in the open fields. Birds build nests near homes, filling the air with their cheerful songs. People live in harmony with these animals, caring for them and respecting their place in the mountain world. This relationship brings joy and balance to daily life. Living close to animals teaches kindness, patience, and the simple joy of companionship. Lessons that warm the heart in the quiet beauty of the Alps. One of the most special gifts of the Swiss Alps is the fresh mountain air. Pure, cool, and filled with life. It is like nature's own medicine, helping your body and mind feel healthy and strong. Imagine standing on a mountain trail, the sun just beginning to warm the earth. You take a deep breath, filling your lungs with air so clean it feels like a fresh wave of energy washing through your body. Every breath is like a gift. It clears your mind, calms your heart, and makes you feel alive. The air here is different from the cities. There is no smoke or dust, no noise from cars or factories. Instead, you smell the pine trees, fresh grass, and wildflowers all around. The air carries a soft sweetness from the earth, mixed with the scent of mountain herbs growing wild. People who live in these villages say the air helps them stay strong and healthy. Doctors agree, saying that breathing fresh mountain air can improve lung function and help with stress. Many visitors come here to breathe deeply and find relief from the busy world. Children play outside freely, running and laughing in this pure air. Elderly people sit peacefully, feeling calm and happy. The fresh air fills every moment with energy and peace. Breathing deeply here connects you with the earth and sky, reminding you that life is simple and beautiful. One of the greatest gifts of the Swiss Alps is silence. Not just quiet, but deep, healing silence. Here, away from the noise of cities and machines, you can hear the soft sounds of nature, the wind, the birds, the gentle rustle of leaves. This silence is like a balm for the mind and soul. It helps people relax, think clearly, and feel connected to something bigger than themselves. When you sit in silence on a mountain hill, you feel peace wash over you. It is a special kind of quiet that fills your heart and makes you appreciate the beauty of being alive. Alpine farming is not just a job, it is a tradition that has been passed down for generations. Farmers here work with nature, not against it. They tend small fields, growing grasses and herbs that feed their cows and goats. These animals produce fresh milk, which villagers use to make cheese, yogurt, and butter. Foods full of mountain flavor. Farming is hard work, but it connects people to the earth and the seasons. Every day, farmers watch the weather, care for their animals, and respect the land's limits. This way of life teaches patience and gratitude, showing how humans can live gently with the mountains and their gifts. The Swiss Alps are crisscrossed with many hiking trails, from easy paths through meadows to challenging climbs up rocky peaks. These trails invite people to explore the beauty of the mountains up close. Walking a mountain trail means breathing fresh air, feeling the earth beneath your feet, and discovering wildflowers, birds, and animals along the way. At the end of the trail, hikers are often rewarded with breathtaking views: snow-capped peaks, valleys filled with green, and sparkling lakes. These trails are more than just paths. They are journeys of the heart and mind, where people find strength, joy, and peace in nature's embrace. People of the Alps celebrate their connection to nature with joyful festivals throughout the year. These festivals honor the land, the animals, and the changing seasons. During the summer, the cattle are decorated with flowers and bells and led down from the high pastures in a celebration called Almabfahrt. Villagers dance, sing, and share special foods made from fresh mountain ingredients. These festivals bring the community together, reminding everyone of their deep bond with the earth and each other. Through music, food, and tradition, the people celebrate life's simple pleasures: the sun, the mountains, and the living land that sustains them. Swiss Alpine villages teaches a special kind of wisdom, the joy of living simply. Here, people do not rush or chase after many things. Instead, they focus on what truly matters: family, nature, and peace of mind. Homes are cozy and simple, filled with warmth and love. People share stories by the fire, work together, and find happiness in everyday moments. Children grow up learning respect for the land and the animals, and elders pass down traditions that keep the community strong. This simple way of life shows us that happiness is not about having more, but about appreciating what we have: the beauty around us, the fresh air we breathe, and the kindness we share.